All right, there it is, the unedited version.
Okay, so tell me, I'm curious. Uh, really, how were
Yeah.
you when you didn't? How were you when you didn't know Christ? Like, how? What did you do when
Well,
you were trying to fill that void?
well, I thought it was good. You know, it's saying you're good. You're nice to everybody. You work good. At work, you perform well. You're really friendly with the customers. And I was, and cool with your girlfriend or with your wife, or cool with your kids. Since I was married with like three stepdaughters,
Mm.
and but I think I was still lost and looking for things to fill that void you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Um, and to fill that was at first probably through alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah, alcohol, just drinking. Probably when I was probably as soon as I turned about 21, that's when I started maybe
Mm.
drinking beers a lot here and there. But then that gets carried away into drinking way too many beers and hanging out with friends on Fridays or Saturday nights.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it becomes an
Wow.
issue. Then kind of beer or alcohol is kind of involved in everything that you do.
Mm.
It's not just Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays anymore. Then it becomes like right after I get off work, I'm gonna go drink or go hang out with the guys or whatever.
So did you ever like feel guilty? Did you ever like know that hey something's wrong?
No,
something's
not at all.
Really?
No, no. But there was
You
some
just-
things. There was some things where I started showing up late to work,
Yeah.
or showing up to work kind of intoxicated still.
Mm.
Still performed good, and but definitely wasn't myself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. So how did you eventually handle that? Like what was the turning point?
Whoa, that's a great question. Well, I was married with three beautiful stepdaughters that are all a teenager and two in their 20s now. That I helped raise for a long time before I was a Christian, which makes it a little bit different, but still was a great father. But I think it was the oldest one now. I guess she was probably about 12. She might have been older than that. Probably 14. She said, I think we were all, it was me, my ex-wife, and the three kids. We'd have fun. We'd play Xbox. We'd play a lot of Halo. We were really good, or Ghost Recon, a lot of Dance Revolution, or a lot of Rock Band stuff. So there was a lot of drinking with wine or beers with me and my ex. And the kids would still have fun. We're highly functioning drinkers, I guess. Not to say, I wouldn't say alcoholics, but I think we started like freezing the beers in the freezer, like whatever type of beers, Miller High Life, whatever. But I think I opened the freezer one time and I think it slid out. I think it was already drunk at that point. I think one slid out, and we had tile all throughout the house, and I think it fell on the ground. And as I recall, I think it was Carla probably that said, "Daddy, I don't want you to drink anymore." And pretty much after that, I stopped pretty much drinking. And I think prior to that point, I think I was still searching for something, but I was waiting for somebody to point it out.
Wow.
And nobody pointed out, but it took a 14-year-old girl. I think they were probably like 8, 10, 14. Now they were 10, 12, 14.
Wow.
Yeah, got her to point it out that, hey, I don't want you to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but until somebody points it out, you think it's all okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always telling people to be bold with telling people that, hey, that might not be appropriate, you know. So people don't even think about that.
There, you know, you've been there. You see.
Yeah, whatever it is, whether it's talking to girls the wrong way, disrespecting people, or too much simple things like too much sarcasm, or watching a certain type of TV program or movie. Hey, maybe that's not appropriate.
And I think it really boils down to as well if it's like, hey, you're saying it out of you're being genuine. You're like really saying it to like because you care about the person.
It's out of love. It's totally out of love. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Not when you're like saying, hey, you shouldn't do this because you know and acting self-righteous. But no, you did it in a way where it's like you were helping the person. You were really caring for them. You know?
Do it out of love, man. Tell people like with family members, if you see them even I don't know, it's not wrong, it's not judgmental either. It's not if
Yeah.
they're even watching the wrong things or even eating the wrong things and they're doing it too much, or it's gluttony, or it's
Yeah.
bad for them. You just out of love, you tell them, hey, you may not want to do that or this, because this could hurt you in the long run.
Yeah, and I think people get that confused with judgment a lot. People are like,
Yeah,
hey,
for
don't
sure.
don't judge me.
Yeah,
No,
don't
no.
judge, don't hate.
Even Paul said it's in the Bible to call out fellow believers, like be like, hey,
That's right.
to assess them.
So they don't stumble.
You know?
Like I wouldn't let my
Yeah,
friends stumble ever.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Yeah, in the early church, you need to definitely they would assess each other and they'd want to try and help each other out.
That's right. That's what the church is for. The body of Christ.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, if we're always isolated too, then you never know. You don't have anybody to call you out. So I'm big on calling people out on if they should be doing something too, like if they should be making videos or starting a business or starting ministry or pastoring a church. That's good. Hey, Mr. Kyle! We have a special guest tonight. But anything else?
No, that was good.
That's pretty good. That was a
that was the turning
quick story. Yeah, that was probably the turning point.
Okay.
Right then, I think everything changed after that. Started the pursuit of God. I think we went through all the religions, though. I think I started with Taoism first.
Really?
Taoism, yeah.
How did that work?
It's pretty cool. It was okay, but there's still an emptiness because there is no personal relationship with God. Kind of just kind of rules or cool phrases, kind of sayings that sound cool and bring you peace or whatever. But you may find peace, but it's weird. When you really look at it, once you search all those religions and you happen to find Christianity at the end, you see that all those religions were kind of built off of what Jesus taught and what God taught. Yeah. And like it was Jesus the whole time. Why didn't I just listen to that guy, Chris, 6 years ago that told me, hey man, you know Jesus? And you just blow him off. No, it was absolutely true what he said. And I guess I just wasn't open for it. Wow. And I wish I was, but still it's a testimony for somebody else to go through those things. But ultimately at the end, that God pursues you.
Yeah.
He pursues all of us because he is a loving father. And then he wants us to pursue him too. So
and I think
want something to drink real quick?
Water? Yeah, sure, I'll take a water.
Okay.
Sure, thanks.
That's what makes the videos better. But is that cool? You want to ask anything else?
No.
That'll be the next video. You guys can watch following videos. This is your show, though. This is the Kjell Show.
Oh, the Kjell Show. No, I actually have one last point.
Yeah.
I really wanted to. I forgot it. It slipped my mind. Kyle just was.
Yeah, Kyle. We'll stop the video then. Yeah?
Okay.
We'll make another video.
I'll remember.
It's no problem. It's very
Yeah.
easy. You'll remember. All right. We'll pray about that. Something Christians say. We're going to pray about that. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. I'm Jeremy, and this is Kjell. This is the Ask Jeremy and Kjell show. All right. See you.